Hello and welcome to this week's In Our 2003 Simulations from Michigan. This week we've got Martin Truex Jr. on the pole with his teammate Denny Hamlin right beside him. JGR putting on their usual display of speed. And Kevin Harvick, who won the last Michigan race, I think, is starting in third there. The starting order is running by your screen on the right. This race has 3 stages as usual. 15 and 30, and then the final stage to the checkered flag, 50 laps from now. Martin Truex Jr. will bring them down to the green, and we're underway with Denny Hamlin on his outside, not really pressuring. They're all going to try and get down to turn 1. Some guys looking 3 wide, and then there's Matt Benedetto looking 3 wide. It's a first car up front doing so, with a Ford right behind him. And now things are getting busy, everyone trying to get what spots they can on this restart before things settle out and get single file like they do at Michigan. There's not much grip to run any groove other than the middle. The bottom has less banking and the top's just too long of a way around. You can see the bottom has less banking because when Kevin Harvick gets down there, he just can't turn as well as Truex can on the top. And they're 4 wide going into turn 1 here a lap or so later. All over the place. The Benedetto hooking the yellow line all the way up to Byron at the top, and then crash. Ricky Stenhouse, Alex Bowman get together and collect quite a few cars. Corey LaJoie, Tyler Reddick with big damage. You see Stenhouse coming to a stop there. Bowman sliding down the track, collecting the 32 and the 8. The 8 would carry on, but almost everyone else in this wreck would call it quits for the day. See, the 47 just slid up the racetrack and collected the 88. That's really bad news for Bowman because he's trying to be in the playoffs. We have a few takers on pit road, but like I said, Bowman gonna lose some positions in the playoff standings because of that. Maybe even fall out of the top 16. Now for a restart with about 10 laps to go in stage 1. Martin Truex Jr. leads Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick. Elliott gets a little run here, and Harvick's going to look to the top, Elliott's going to look to the bottom. Elliott will actually get under that 19 car here in turn 1 as they're racing 2 and 3 wide behind. Matt Kenseth there is who you see in 6th place, a new face to this series. He ran last week, but not with that much success. Seems to have a better car this week. The 42 car is always good at these kind of tracks anyway. Truex able to get clear, and there goes Clint Bowyer with a problem. He has a tire go down or some kind of issue. Everyone makes it by safely, but Clint would limp around to pit road and lose a lap. Up front, things settle out to single file with Truex and Harvick, but they're behind lap traffic. Denny Hamlin had an issue on that restart, came to pit road right away. He didn't lose his lap, but he is in trouble now, and he's going to try and hold on to this lap for the rest of the stage. 5 more laps to do it. They're 3 wide behind him, using Hamlin as a pick to try and make passes for the win of the stage, which is helping Hamlin hang on to the lead lap. But you see Harvick here, he's going to try and finish the job, can't do it. And then another lap car joins the fray, and Hamlin is still holding on. That car qualified 2nd, so it's obviously fast. It's just tough to do. And Chase Elliott will get by Harvick here with help from Matt Benedetto, and he will go and look on the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Not ever able to do it. This is the last lap of the stage. Truex tries one little move, can't get it done, and Chase Elliott wins stage 1. It's already been pretty chaotic. Denny Hamlin hangs on to that lead lap though, so he will be able to get back up to the end of the lead lap and race with these guys. Now we would come to a restart. Nobody pitted, except for maybe Clint Bowyer, although I didn't check. What about it? He did. He is 1 lap down on the bottom here. He's now going to be put in the situation Denny was, racing for his lap back with the leaders. But much like Denny, he has a fast car. He qualified inside the top 5, and he's been running there before the problem he had. Chase Elliott runs that middle to top groove that everyone's been running. Harvick's hooking the yellow line. They're 3 wide for 2nd already, putting the 14 car in the middle. Not as good on the short run, the 14 car. Up top, both Matts are pushing each other. Matt Benedetto, Matt Kenseth. And they're 4 wide there as Boyer and Kenseth make a little bit of contact. Boyer racing a little hard for a lap car, but you can't blame him. He's trying to get that lap back so he can run up there for position. Matt DiBenedetto would scoot to the lead past Chase Elliott and bring Matt Kenseth his help with him. It seems like in this race, help is very important. Having someone to push you and be faithful is working really well. And Jimmy Johnson, another Hendrick car working really well. He's up to second here, or looking for the spot at least. He's not going to be able to complete the pass. Matt Kenseth would continue in second, behind Matt DiBenedetto. Further back, you see Chris Buescher there having a good run. More on him later. And Matt Kenseth still in second. Buescher would pass for third, and he would be running up front there. Matt DiBenedetto continues to lead over Matt Kenseth. Nothing's really changing here, and he would take the stage win. Matt DiBenedetto, with his second or third stage win of the season, still hasn't put together the victory yet. And the pits are open, but there are no takers. Everyone decides that they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. The only pit stops we saw were those on lap 3. Matt DiBenedetto is taking them down to the restart with Clint Boyer once again on the inside. But he has help from the other Matt in the race, Matt Kenseth, who's been pushing him all day. That's been a pretty faithful duo, and I don't think that'll change now. But Kenseth gets shuffled to the top, and suddenly he's going to have to hold on to that spot from Kyle Busch. Getting heavy pressure there. He loses the spot, and now he's stuck on the top of the 3-wide battle for third. Sort of getting shuffled backwards here, but he makes a big run through the middle of the track, and he's going to get back to second there. Now we look at Michael McDowell racing in the top 5. This is his best run all year that I can remember, and a pretty solid day for the 34 car, Front Row Motorsports. Running better than the 37, who we covered earlier. But speak of the devil, Michael McDowell gets into it with William Byron, and that sends Kyle Busch for a spin in the reaction to missing that wreck. Busch spins down the backstretch, and that brings out another yellow. The replay here, Byron goes for a hole that isn't there, gets together with the 3 and the 34, and then Kyle Busch goes for a spin in response. Clint Boyer reacts to the 24 car being slow on the top, comes down the track, and collects the 18. Matt DiBenedetto will restart the race with 6 laps to go. You gotta wonder here, will that 42 car be as faithful as it has been all race, now that things are on the line? They could work together and try and pull away from the pack, but will they? Kenseth obviously has a good enough car to be on the bumper of the 21 most of the race, but he hasn't really pressured for a pass, so can he do it? Speaking of, here's Chris Buescher trying to get by the 42, and once again to no avail. No one seems to be able to get by that lead duo, and then late in the race, 2 to go. He looks for the pass, gets loose on the bottom, shakes the tail end, not able to get back to the throttle the way the 21 can, and the 42 falls back. Now on white flag lap, DiBenedetto has got a 2-3 car length lead. They're wrecking behind him, and Matt DiBenedetto will come around, wrecking behind them. He'll come around to get the caution and checkered flag. Matt DiBenedetto comes through and wins his first race at Michigan, and that puts him in the playoffs this year over Matt Kenseth, who finishes second. It's a great run for Kenseth, but not good enough. He doesn't need points, he needs a win to get into the playoffs. The wreck here was Eric Almirola and Kevin Harvick. Eric gets loose and his teammate sends him for a ride, collecting Clint Boyer, Tyler Reddick, and more. I would imagine Tony Stewart's not happy with that. A wreck on the last lap that cost him 3 race cars. Quite a pile up there. That brings us to the points, where Denny Hamlin still is atop the board with 33 bonus points, but Matt DiBenedetto and Jimmy Johnson have joined that winning brigade there in the last couple weeks. Chase Elliott is now 80 points to the good. Pretty safe. I would honestly consider him locked in unless something really bad happens in the next few weeks, but Daytona is up, so who knows. And Alex Bowman has dropped all the way down to 16th. Been a rough few weeks for him. And Tyler Reddick, even though he wrecked twice today, gained a lot of points. He's only 6 out of the cut line, trying to work his way back in. And that'll be it for this week. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I rather like the winner this week, so we'll see what we can get the next few weeks. It's been quite interesting races ever since I've made this change to CTS handling, and yeah. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, or subscribe, or all of the above, whatever you want to do. That'll be it. See you all next week.